Cheese. It's on camera. I mean video. Hi.
Hello.
Hey. Hi everyone. My name is Gary, and this is Marianne,
Hi, everyone.
and that's Rosary, and we're gonna do day 4 of Forever, a Catholic devotional for your marriage by Jackie Francois Angel and Bobby Angel. So day 4, waking up to love. Yeah. Okay, so the challenge is to recall the first time you saw your spouse. What went through your mind? What feelings emerged in your heart? How would you describe the first sensation of feeling in love? Okay, so when we first met, it was really through MySpace, but that wasn't in person. And when I found her, actually, it wasn't like a solo picture. It was like her and her sisters. So I didn't know which one's Marianne, though I thought I like recognized her sisters, or one of her sisters, anyways. And then so when I met her in person, she invited me to a prayer group meeting, Servant's Heart, and it was a charismatic prayer group. And that's Jean Paul. And I didn't know what a charismatic prayer group was. It was kind of dimmer, we'll say. Walking into a really bright, I thought it was a really bright room. So I thought, oh, my eyes adjusting. It was really bright, so I can't really take in like her beauty or like first sight of seeing her. And then, so I didn't have like fuzzy feelings or anything. I probably like nervous, but that was about it. But actually, the second time we were together, and then it turned into like a dinner at Chili's, and then so it was nice because we talked a lot and shared a little bit about each other. And then after that meeting, that's when I actually had like fuzzy feelings about her. I don't even think you know that, huh? So yeah, so it was really like feeling in love, feeling in love, in love. Yeah, that was more like in the second time we met.
When I first saw Gary, I was setting up the room, and I was supposed to give a talk that night
Mm-hmm.
at the prayer group. He got there early, and I was the only one in room B at St. Pius. So he walks in the room, and it was like he was like glowing. When I describe the moment that he walked in the room, it was like there were rays of light coming from him. And I was just kind of taken aback because he was smiling, and he has a very charming smile. So it grabbed my attention, and so I introduced myself. Oh, hi, Marianne, nice to meet you in person. And he was so polite and so nice. So I needed to meet my other core members for preparation before everybody else got there. So I had Gary sit down, and he was just waiting around for us. So I went back behind into another room and prayed with my friends. And we always start with the rosary at the beginning of the prayer meeting. So I thought, oh, well, I'm going to be really nice and generous, and I'm going to offer him my rosary. So I had my rosary in my pocket. And so I'm walking up to him, and then I look, and I'm like, oh, Gary, by the way, we're going to start with a rosary. Do you want to borrow mine? And then I look down, and he looks up at me, and he says, oh, actually, I have my own. And I thought, wow, who comes to a prayer meeting, like a guy who comes to a prayer meeting with his own rosary?
I don't even think you told me there was gonna be a rosary.
No. That's hotness points for me, because you've heard me talk about my dad in the other videos, and my dad loved the rosary. And so a man with a rosary, that totally melted my heart. And I had no idea where the friendship was going to go. Again, it was very much for me just a new interaction. And when he came into that room, it was like a breath of fresh air for my heart, just having a new friend. And we actually never met before, as we said, but we were always at the same big events in college. So that was the common connection that we had between my sorority and his fraternity.
See, because then I kind of reflect back sometimes, and then when we talk about it, and I'm like, well, I mean, was she glowing too, or like we were both glowing? It was just like a really bright glow, like.
I don't know.
Because it's just, I wish you could, like, people could just see in my perspective, because it's just like, you know, like, as if like, I don't know, whoever got kind of like blinded by light, you know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's kind of like, it was just kind of unusual moment. So I didn't know if it's like just my human eyes just adjusting, or like something more spiritual was going on. Like, you know?
Yeah. Well, so to fast forward, that was the first time we met in person. And then when at the Chili's dinner, I was trying to put my guard up because I didn't date anymore the way that I used to. So I told Gary that, you know, it's all about building a friendship. For 6 months, I just told myself, you know, this really isn't going to go anywhere. I'm not interested in getting married. I just want to stay single for the rest of my life and just have friends and teach my students and move forward. And that's where I was. So the night that I fell in love with you was when we actually shared some time with a stranger named Chip at the Night of Adoration with the Carmelite Sisters in Alhambra. And I don't want to go into the details of that because, you know, for the sake of time, it's quite a long story. And I actually wrote it out on our website, ashelovesministries.com, and you can look it up there and read all about the time when he first sent me that MySpace message, all the way to that day where Chip was holding our hands and telling us that we should be married. I was like, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it wasn't your typical, you know, boy meets girl falling in love and everything happens, you know, as people expect it to. It was very much a unique experience with us and the development of our friendship. But it was nice to be pen pals first.
Yeah, it was really
We were
cool.
Pen pals first.
Yeah,
Online.
because I guess a common thing that we have is we articulate pretty well, like we through writing, right? So I think it worked out that way, like God allowed it that way, just because, yeah, like, yeah, right? Yeah.
So that's it, kids. Our kids are here all
Yeah.
around us. Leia's filming. Oh, Therese has a question. Okay, so we'll take Q&A with the kids. Okay, Therese, what is your question?
Was Chip and Dale there?
No, not that. No, it wasn't that Chip and Dale. No, it was a man named Chip.
Yeah.
Yes, John Paul, you have a question?
Why somebody that dressed up as Chip and Dale?
Yeah, I know. Just one Chip, no Dale.
Only
That's
one
right,
Chip.
one Chip.
So when did both of you meet this stranger?
When did both of us meet the stranger?
It was New Year's Eve,
Yeah, but
2004.
what was the stranger's name? Chip.
Chip.
Chip Dale.
Yeah.
Cookie.
Yeah.
That's Dale.
No, not a cookie.
Not chocolate chip.
That means
Not Chip and Dale.
a potato
Just chip.
chip.
Not
No,
potato
not
chip.
Chip.
Not potato chip.
Oh my God.
Alright. Yeah, so you see Jean Paul kind of sneaking in the picture. You hear that was Kali, that's Therese, and then Leia's holding the camera, filming. I think trying to wait. And then what? Yeah, I said Jean Paul. And Jean Paul, and then Rosary's playing with all the toys. And
She's somewhere.
where is she? There she is.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah.
So if mommy and daddy never met and didn't fall in love, then none of you would be here.
Yeah.
No, none of you would be here. So that's why it's so important, kids, for you to pray for wisdom in knowing God's will for your lives, because
Okay.
it will lead to only beautiful things,
Yes.
like you guys, right? Yeah. So that's our story.
Yeah.
Hey, you know
Forever
that
a
truck?
Catholic devotional for
You know
your
the
marriage.
truck is behind you.
Jackie Francois, Angel, and Bobby
And
Angel.
she did.
If you like what you've been watching so far, click on the like button, share it with others, and subscribe, because we're gonna have more down the road.
And get the book. If you haven't gotten the book, you can get it at Pauline Books and Media.
But don't
Online.
share it with strangers.
Don't share it with this one. You can share it with strangers. It's okay. Pauline Books and Media, Amazon. Whether you get the hard copy of the book or the Kindle version is
Yeah.
also available. So pick it up if you haven't gotten it yet. It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll
And
see
that's
you.
them in the back. Did you get the picture?
Sort of.
Sort of. Now? How about now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's them. They're a very cute couple. I actually met them. Oh yeah, if you saw the first video. Anyways.
Okay. So we see you tomorrow for the next challenge.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody say good night.
God bless. Have a good night. Have a good day.